What's going on, Show Nation? It's a movie with Movie Gaming TV, and in today's video, we are going to unlock Mickey Mantle. We're going to finish up all the collections. After I finish up all these, I'm going to show you guys all the collection rewards. It's going to be all in this video, so we're going to get that ASMR satisfaction of seeing all the collections be completed. But at the end of this video, I'll show you basically how I go about completing them and just good market practices if you're considering going after this yourself. So I do have all of the Astros right here complete. We just have to lock in Correa and Osuna. That'll give us 40 out of 40 and give us this Nolan Ryan. So we have all of them complete now. Now we're going to go to the National League West. We're going to lock in all of these collection reward cards. Out of all these, the ones I like the most are this Adam Ottavino. He's the Rockies collection, 105, 113. He's got a funky delivery. I'm going to put him in my bullpen for right now, just kind of because of the lack of cards. The slider's going to be devastating. He's really, really good against facing right-handed hitters. We got this Mike Piazza, 92, 96, 74, 107. Pretty good catcher. I wish he had a little bit more power versus right. Got good vision. Might use him at catcher. I'm not sure. And here's the card that we get from this. We get Tony Gwynn, 122, 114, 117 vision. Good fielding, good speed. Could be like a leadoff type of hitter. He just doesn't have a lot of power, so I don't know if I'm going to use him, to be honest with you. But he would be a beast. You know, he's not... You'd like to see a little bit more speed, but he does have good speed and stealing. But it's a pretty decent card. So we'll go ahead and lock all these in. We'll pick up Tony Gwynn. We'll also pick up 4,000 stubs and some more XP. I just hit level 50 in the XP reward path. So that's pretty cool. So we got Tony Gwynn from that. And then we will go... Oh, one other thing about this free agent thing. This free agent collection, I really would not do this right now. If you got extra free agents, go ahead and put them on the market and sell them. It's just... I wouldn't mess with this right now. I wouldn't go through and buy all these to do this collection to get these. There's 361 that you need. So I just wouldn't do that right now. Just a little side note. Okay, for the Central. Not too crazy about these cards. This Plezak's okay, but it's just like, it only has a four seam and a slider. I don't really care for that. I am going to put this Ingringhausen in my bullpen. Four-seam fastball, curveball, cutter, and a changeup. I have no idea what his motion looks like, though. So I'm going to have to try him out. George Foster's okay. Mark Pryor is okay. The Willie Stargell, maybe I'll put him on my bench. 91, 100, and 102. That's quite a bit of power at first base. Doesn't have a lot of defense or speed. But we'll go ahead and collect this. Let's see. I'm going to press start here. Collect items. So the Willie Stargell, that will be, was that the National League Central collection. So now the National League East, you get a Mike Schmidt, 105, 110. I'm definitely going to put him on my bench as a pinch hitter versus left. Has great field and great speed. It's just like his contact versus right and power versus right isn't quite there. Out of these cards, not really a big fan of that Robin Roberts card, to be honest with you. Ryan Klesko, pretty good against right-handed pitching. John Olerud, pretty balanced all around. Pretty good defense. He's pretty slow though. Really a contact type of hitter, and I'd much rather play like Pete Alonso over that card. Here's a Vladdy Guerrero for the Nationals and the Expos, I guess you could say. 95, 103, 84, 60, 83 vision. Has a good arm strength. His defense is very similar to the National League collection reward that we're going to get here in a second. 79 speed. So we're going to go ahead and send this on through. Not too big on that Vlad Guerrero card. But we're going to unlock now the National League collection because we got all those done. Actually, we'll do that in a second. We'll do the American League West. We got Robinson Cano, Michael Young, Garrett Anderson. Not really too high on this card, to be honest with you. This one I am. I think this is a good card in Sean Doolittle. 198, four-seam, a slider, and a changeup. It's pretty solid for right now. He has really good control as well. I think he's going to be a card that I actually have in my bullpen. I think the A's collection is definitely worth it to go after to get that card. We got Nolan Ryan, 102, 103. I just don't know about Nolan Ryan. The four-seam, the 12, 6 curveball, and the changeup. He's got good per nines. You know, he's honestly one of the best pitchers of all time. But in this game, he doesn't really play very well, so I probably won't use him. This Billy Wagner I will use but it is. I really wish he had a changeup instead of the curveball, forcing a slider and a curveball. His per nines are just too good not to use right now. So I definitely will be putting this Billy Wagner into my bullpen. So let's go ahead and get Billy Wagner. And now we're going to go and do the American League Central. We got Mike Minor, Jack Morris, Mark Burley. We have Torrey Hunter and Cody Allen. I'm not really blown away. I think it's awesome that Torrey Hunter's in the game, but there's just not going to be a spot in my lineup after having him. And we got Cody Allen as well, four-seam knuckle curve and a changeup. Great per nines, but I wish he had a slider. I like sliders and sinkers quite a bit. This is Walter Johnson, really low H per nine. This is not a card that I like to pitch with really at all because he's got a really funky long motion that's just not very fun for me to pitch with. So I'll be passing on using this Walter Johnson. But we will go ahead and lock this in. And we'll pick up that. We also will go ahead and go through the American League East. The only card that I need to collect, the only two I need to collect still are Giambi and Burnett, and I have them in there. Evan Longoria, I don't know, pretty good fielding. Doesn't blow me away. Victorino just really doesn't have the power. Everything else is kind of there for him, especially as the switch hitting. Just really doesn't have the power. Jason Giambi, 97-101 is pretty lethal power. 84-82, not bad. Again, Pete Alonso's a lot better than him. And Roberto Alomar, 102-91, 54-67, 94 vision, 91 fielding, 79 speed. Not too bad, but again, just doesn't have the power I'm really looking for. But a cool card nonetheless to have Roberto Alomar. Looking for better versions of Roberto Alomar down the line to put into my lineup. So let's go ahead and advance this. So we're going to go ahead and advance Roberto Alomar. Now we have two left to do, the National League and the American League, before we do the Major League. The National League, we're also obviously going to lock all these in. So we're going to go ahead and pick up Gary Sheffield, 107, 106, 110, 121, 104 vision. His fielding is a lot like that Vlad Guerrero, 65, 91, 83, 62, 71 speed. I think I'm going to stick him at third base just because I don't think his fielding is very good for my outfield. And there are some better options, I think, in the outfield defensively. So I think I'm going to stick him at third base. He does have a good arm. Hopefully he can knock the ball down and use his arm and his accuracy to make plays. But 107, 106, 110, 121, 104 is some of the best hitting stats in the entire game. Absolutely has to be on the lineup. So we're definitely going to pick up Gary Sheffield here. Get 10,000 subs too and a lot of XP. So that's pretty nice as well. So we're going to pick up Gary Sheffield. All right, for the American League, blocking these three guys. And we are going to pick up Craig Biggio. 106, 107, 79, 80, 101 vision. Is 88 fielding, 90 speed, 90 stealing, and 90 base running aggressiveness. So he also can play catcher and the outfield. And on top of playing second base. I haven't completely decided if I'm going to play him a catcher or not. I kind of need a second baseman with some pop right now. So I'm either going to play him as second base or catcher, but he's going to be a really, really solid add to the team. Plus, I don't know, something about his swing. I think Biggio really is really good. Like if you can get that silver 79 Biggio, he's a really good card. So let's go ahead and advance this. And we will unlock the crown jewel of it all, Mickey Mantle. So we'll lock in Biggio and Sheffield. Take a look at Mantle here. He has 110 contact versus right, 125 contact versus left, 119 power versus right, 102 power versus left. So he's a lot better against, right-handed pitching in my opinion because he's got that power, but he's not too bad against left. Obviously a switch hitter. Only has 91 vision. You'd like to see that go up, but we can make that go up by doing a little bit of program work and locking him in. 87 fielding, 94 arm, 91 accuracy, 88 reaction, 92 speed. is 5 tools that we can get. One of the players that I really wanted to get in my top 5 that I was asking for this year, Mickey Mantle was definitely one of them. And to see him in the game is fantastic. So let's go ahead and lock him in and pick up Mickey Mantle. Now there's a couple other things I want to show you guys as well. One of those being these starter collections are very easy to do. I would definitely recommend you guys do these. Extremely easy to do to get some free stubs. And it's a decent amount of stubs, honestly. So I would definitely recommend getting these knocked out, except for the bat skins. The bat skins I wouldn't do. They're too expensive for what you get, only 500 stubs and 1000 XP. But take a look at all these. Pretty dang easy to do. Lock some of that stuff in. The prestige will be prestiging Sheffield. We can go ahead and knock that out by putting him in there. He's already no sell as it is, so we might as well do that. Same with Biggio. Just a quick, I'm not really even sure what the point of even having these are, to be honest with you, but we're gonna go ahead and do that to pick up some extra stubs and XP. So just one thing to keep in mind, once we get to this part in the program, you can do that as well, but you got to remember you might not be able to sell those cards. I think also if you go to Legends and Flashbacks, we're going to be able to do some of these. We got the Mantle there. Well, we'll have the first signature card, so we'll get a ball in as a Habit Pack. So you can do that with Biggio, and then there is one also. Let's see, what is it's awards. Be able to do that with Sheffield as well, and be able to get him. So get another ball in as a Habit Pack. There's just a couple of places you can put some of these in. Keep in mind, doing some of these down the road may or may not be worth it. That one, I don't know. It's probably way too expensive right now. If you do all the team affinities, you know there's another collection for this. This doesn't look too bad. I mean, 3,000. You're getting kind of a decent amount, and these are no sell cards anyways. It's really not too relative on how much you're going to spend. Look to put cards in here that end up becoming no sell for you. That's really a good spot to start putting these in. Like, these are all collection rewards. I might as well lock them in and get that 5 out of 10 for, I don't know. There's no reason not to, because they're already no sell as it is. So you can do that, but keep an eye out for some of these to be able to do them, especially with your no sell cards. You can get a little bit of extra stuff as you go through this. Let me think if there's anything else I want to talk about in this. What we are going to do soon is I will be making a creative player. I might be making a shortstop at first. It's just I'm gonna have to go through with all these new cards and see where I have a weakness, and that's where I'm gonna start working on creative player. And I have the 75,000 stubs I'm gonna start putting towards equipment I should say. This is also another really easy collection to do. All these are really, really easy to do. The trophies one, I'm recommending you do that. And let's see, what else do we got? I guess that's pretty much it. We're gonna have Mantle. Maybe I'll come back here in a second and I'll show you what my lineup's gonna look like after we have all these new cards in there. Here's one other thing also is here's the player program. So, and you get to this screen by obviously you go to programs and then you go to player programs, and then we're gonna take Mickey Mantle, and eventually we're gonna do a lot of missions with him to getting like hits online, and eventually we'll be able to get the 99 version of him, which is a little bit better. 122 power versus 113 is just amazing. 94 vision, love to see that a lot higher. Like, I'd love to see that like 110, but what are you gonna do? It does move his defense at diamond. It makes him a 95 speed. So we're gonna have to start knocking out those hits with him online and all those other stats. But so that's gonna be a lot of fun to get that as we go along. Biggio again, he'll be even better as well as he goes up. But I'm gonna go ahead, and the same with they got one for Sheffield as well. I'm gonna go ahead and eventually I'm also gonna, what's a starter? I didn't even realize. Oh, this is I didn't even realize they had, you get an 83 George Brett. What's he looking like? Okay. Anyways, I will have a video soon talking about which evolution I'm gonna go after. But let's go ahead and I'll show you guys my lineup after I put them all together here. Okay, so this is how we're gonna be rolling out with the team. We moved Mike Trout to left field. We got Mantle in center. Got Cody Bellinger in right. We're going to put Sheffield at third. I had this Alberto Mondesi just because I'm a huge Royals fan. I don't know. I'm probably going to make a creative player shortstop. I'll tell you that much. Got Biggio at second base. I don't know if there's a real better option. I could put Biggio at catcher, but I'm going to put Mike Piazza. If I could really do this over again, I would have taken there's an 87 Gary Sanchez that you're going to be able to get really quickly from the XP reward path. That's really who I should have taken to put a catcher because he's got 100 power from both sides and a great swing. Gary Sanchez is a great catcher. So I really probably should have gone with him, but I'm probably going to make a created shortstop, and then I'll just use Piazza for the time being. On the bench, we got Yelich, massive power versus right-handed pitching. Schmidt, massive power versus left-handed pitching. Jason Giambi, 97-101. You know, as we talked about earlier in the video, I love Aaron Judge in this game right now. He's an absolute beast. Bryce Harper. Cards that I need to get is I need to get the Joey Gallo team affinity. That's something that's going to be real important. I'm going to definitely need to go and pick up that card. So I'm going to work towards getting that card and probably grinding out a shortstop, a balanced shortstop that I can use here. So thank you guys. So, you know, I could even possibly move Mondesi to second base. To be honest with you, he is really, really fast. I might move him to second base and move Biggio to catcher and then put my creative player at shortstop. My pitching staff is Max Scherzer, DeGrom, Cole, Maddox, Chris Sale. I'm going to have the Billy Wagner, the Ottavino, the Doolittle, the Ingreenhausen, the Yates, Chapman, and Josh Hader. That's how I'm going to roll with my bench. All right, so this is also like a general rule of thumb about how I go about getting the collections. This year I got the diamonds first. And I put on a lot of stubs to get this done. But even though I put on a lot of stubs, nonetheless, I go through and buy them for as cheap as possible. I don't even look at what the buy now is. The only time I'll ever buy now a card is maybe if I'm like at 39 out of 40 collections and I just want to get it done, I'll buy now. But for the rest of them, you want to do what I'm doing right now. You need to put in basically the highest bid for the sell now. They'll sell to you really, really fast. Don't just start buying cards. Like, it really adds up. It really, really adds up. If you start buying straight up, like, you know, common cards for 200 stubs, like, do not do that. Put it in the lowest order possible. They'll sell to you really fast. If they don't sell to you fast, just go in, re-put the top one in, cancel the other one later. You know, that's what I do sometimes, especially on like a card that's like, let's say a card's like 28 stubs, right? Sell now. And somehow I get outbid. I don't even worry about canceling the order. You can put so many orders in. You know, I'll put the 29 in, you know, and I'll cancel the order a lot later. So make sure that you put in these orders. They'll go a lot faster. Make sure you sell. You know, don't just sell now. A lot of people, especially these lower tier cards, man, like, no one's gonna ever put them in their lineup. There's too many good cards to have that no one's ever gonna put like a 62 overall. So really the card's worth like nothing. Like, you have nothing. There's no reason not to just go for like the lowest bid possible. That's just, you should do it, and you should get the card quickly, because most people just want to get rid of the card. Most people are just opening up a pack and will just sell now the card to you anyway. So I really wouldn't worry about that. Like, just definitely do it like this. 100% do it like this. You will save a ton of stubs by doing it like this. So make sure it's just good market practice to do it like this and to sell your cards the other way by putting in the sell order, or by putting in, you know, just sell it at the top, buy it at the lowest. It goes fast. Trust me, it goes really fast. It goes within minutes. And if you leave your console for a while and let the market do its thing, you know, your stuff will get bought, or you'll get most of them done. So definitely do that if you're thinking about going for the collections, either in the short term with a lot of subs or just over time. Definitely go through this and practice good market practices. Hopefully this helps you guys out. As far as, you know, just kind of an entertaining video to see if you want to see what my team is looking like now, and if you want to see kind of like how the collection words are going to go out and which ones that I like. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.